everybody. This is Noelle.
And I'm Jetta.
And you are listening to More Than Murder, where we delve into everything eerie with a side of true crime.
More Than Murder is not your typical true crime podcast. Join us on a weekly tour through the haunted, the bloody, the creepy, and the nutty on our Freaky Fridays.
Hello, Jenna.
Hello.
And listeners. Sorry if I sound raspy. I feel like I'm having major allergy issues, which I don't even have allergies to my knowledge, but I think that's what's going on.
You can develop that shit, man.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
You can, because I never had anything.
Yeah, so my apologies. So we're just going to dive right in. So I was originally going to do this episode as Haunted Hollywood Studios. I thought that would have been really cool. But there's not a whole lot of info about who haunts the studios. I know they've got to be haunted.
I mean, yeah.
I know.
There's deaths while they're filming. There's a lot of just stuff.
Yeah. So, but they don't talk about it, I don't think. And
of course not.
It just kept pulling up like their rides at the studios that are their haunted rides, the Tower of Terror and the Haunted Mansion and blah blah blah.
Well, duh, that's not even.
That's not what I was asking.
No.
I know. So then I looked into deaths on set, which have been aplenty, between gruesome ends for actors and many behind-the-scenes people dying in accidents on set, like cameramen and extras and
easy stuntmen,
stunt doubles. Yeah,
didn't that just happen a little bit ago or something?
I think so.
Yeah, that happens.
So I went in a somewhat different direction. My parents loved the movie Poltergeist, the original, of course.
Yep.
And they would tell me all about the strange things that happened to some of the people who acted in the movie. And this inspired me to look up Hollywood curses.
Yes.
So that is what we're going to do today. We've got a list one for you. So the first one, since I just mentioned it in the intro, I'm just going to go with Poltergeist.
I asked you if this was on the list.
Yeah.
I was like, because it's so well known that movie was just a target.
Yeah, it was. So if any of our listeners haven't seen it, I'll give you a brief synopsis. A family lives in the suburbs, mom, dad, teenage sis, brother, and little sis. Their house becomes haunted and freaky shit starts happening. In the long run, they find out, I believe the house was built on native burial grounds, and before they get the fuck out before the house crumbles. All these skeletons start coming out of the ground and the pool that he was digging and all this stuff.
Oh, that scene is terrible.
Yes. So, after a slew of deaths of the cast, the movie was widely believed to be cursed. Many people believe it's because, get this, and according to a makeup artist, this happens, they actually do this a lot.
It's legit, yeah.
The set used real human skeletons in the film.
Cheaper.
Because plastic ones were too expensive.
That doesn't make...
To me, I would think human bones would cost more than a fucking plastic shit.
I could see it back in the day, I guess.
Yeah.
Because plastic was a newer resource and things. Yeah, nowadays, we're cooking out plastic like it's our fucking job.
I know, but they still had those Halloween decorations when this movie was around. It was in the 80s.
Yeah, that's true.
Late 80s.
Yeah.
Like 86. And I'm like,
nowadays,
how
definitely.
the hell is a human skeleton going to be cheaper to obtain than a fake one? Like, make it out of paper mache. I don't fucking care, you know? Like,
I know.
So, yes, that is why people believe that the set was actually haunted, because they did use real skeletons in the film. I want to know who these skeletons are. Where do they come from?
In, like, the 70s, I think it was the 70s, don't kill me, they made a huge animatronic shark for Jaws.
Exactly.
Like, how could you not have made skeletons, which are a lot less mass, they don't have to move, you just literally have to, like, tie them together so their arms don't fall off.
No,
but
human ones were cheaper.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
So, I'm just going to get into what happened to many of the cast members. Mm-hmm. Of course, I'm going to start with the little sister in the movie. Yep, she was Carol Ann, and she was played by Heather O'Rourke in 1988, so the first Poltergeist filmed in 86, and then she was ill. She became ill in, like, 1987, which is just after Poltergeist 2 finished filming, and they were already starting to film
the third. Yeah.
So in 1988, she had a, quote, misdiagnosed intestinal ailment, which turned out to be an actual bowel obstruction they think that maybe she had since she was born. And she died from septic shock at 12.
Yeah, because that'll just blow inside you, man, if it gets big enough.
Yep. She became...
Misdiagnosed. Of course.
Oh, you're probably just having a bad tummy ache.
Like, no, believe me.
Yep.
Check me.
Oh, did she get her period? I'm sure it's just a period cramp. She became ill, like I said, in 1987, just after Poltergeist 2 finished filming. But prior to any of that, she never had any symptoms, even though she was born with this. Mm-hmm. Never any symptoms. Her gastroenterologists continue to claim that her case was really unusual. They've never even seen her in there for complaints of anything about it.
That is strange. You'd think.
And of course, that was after the first Poltergeist film.
Even the parents might have been noticing, as a child and stuff, but who knows.
So the director of Poltergeist 3 was forced by MGM because he didn't want to finish the film. He was like, let's just scrap it. I feel like this is wrong because this 12-year-old girl is dead in real life and we're going to film it. Like, we're going to air it like this.
Yeah.
And so MGM was like, nope, we've already got too much money in this.
Oh, it's
You're going to finish the film.
Yeah.
And they did a stunt double or a double whatever for Heather, and he just hated it. So the next cast member from Poltergeist we have is really tragic. Dominic Dunn. I'm not sure if it's Dunn or Dune. Sorry, not Dominic. God damn it. It's Dominique Dune. Sorry.
Okay.
Dominique.
Yeah.
She was the teenage sister in the first movie. 5 months after the movie premiered, she was strangled to death by her ex-boyfriend at 22.
Yeah, it's fucking bad.
Yeah. Julian Beck, who was the Reverend in the second film, he died from stomach cancer before the film premiered. Yep.
Huh.
Richard Lawson was in the original movie as one of the paranormal investigators, and he was in a plane crash in 1992 that killed 27 passengers, in which he just barely survived.
Holy crap.
And last but not least, Lou Perryman, who played Pugsley in the first film, was slaughtered with an axe in his home in 2007. So, horrible luck for the Poltergeist cast of all 3 movies.
That's strange, though.
And
I could see how people can connect. 'Cause that's a lot of deaths and deaths that are like a plane crash and murder. And
yeah, just crazy shit.
Yeah, for real.
The second one we have is The Twilight Zone, the movie. For our younger listeners, no, I am not talking about Twilight, the vampire book and movie series. This used to be a TV series that also filmed a movie. This TV series was very, was all about, science fiction and shit.
Yes, yep.
It was pretty interesting. A lot of the episodes were weird, but also I liked it. I had to watch it in my science fiction class with Mr. Fedorchuk in college, and it was actually really good.
Yeah, they played it on, that one channel. I don't even remember what one.
Probably TV Land or something.
It was something like that. Yep. And I would catch it, because I was watching I Love Lucy, Three's Company,
days.
all of it.
Happy Days.
Laverne and Shirley, my shit.
So, this is messed up. The movie starred Vic Morrow and involved 2 young children that was not actually legally supposed to be working. The studio kind of found a way around it.
Yeah, loopholes. You can always find a fucking loophole.
Yeah, and why not have children act in dangerous movies way past their bedtime?
Yeah. Do you know what year this came out? Did you say that? And I just didn't.
Shoot. No, I didn't, but I think it was also in the 80s.
Okay.
Yeah, I have it pulled up.
Well, I know that the Twilight Zone was black and white, but it was
not that long ago.
Yeah,
it wasn't that.
It's not, yeah.
It was 83 that the Twilight Zone movie came out.
Yeah.
So, their names, those young children, were Micah Din Lee and Renee Shin Yi Chen.
Okay.
An explosion during a scene with a helicopter caused the helicopter to spin out of control. When this happened, the copter blades decapitated Vic Morrow as well as Micah.
Oh my god.
And the other young one, Renee, was crushed to death.
Oh my god, that's my worst fear.
Yeah, that is effed up.
It's an awful way to go,
yes,
man. And it's not just you falling out of the sky, you have these big, huge fucking propeller
coming at you.
Blades just, oh my god.
Interestingly enough, the last movie Morrow was last seen had a quote which said, Morrow's superior says to him, if you don't get the girl by 11 o'clock tomorrow, I'll have your head. Morrow's character replies, we'll fly her in a helicopter.
Oh, damn.
Which everyone found, foreshadowing. They're like,
I mean, it could be.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Weird. So the next one is one of my favorites just because of who it is and why this item seems to be haunted.
Okay.
Curse of the Little Bastard. Little Bastard was the car in which the 24-year-old Mr. James Dean crashed and died on September 30th, 1955.
Uh-huh.
That is what he named his Porsche Spider. It was a 1955 Porsche Spider.
Beautiful car.
Yes. And as you can imagine, the salvageable parts of it became very highly sought after.
Oh, yeah.
Very highly sought after.
Which is so macabre.
Yes, and we love it.
I know, but it's still just like, oh, man, that car was mangled.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was bad.
It's...
So, but it must not have been too bad because...
people were able to
get a lot of the parts.
I mean...
So I'm going to quote an excerpt from Lee Raskin's book, James Dean at Speed. And Raskins is a Porsche historian.
Okay.
So he wrote like a biography on James Dean at Speed with his Porsche. I found this excerpt on a blog site called Flavorwire.
Okay.
After the accident, the Porsche was sold to a secondhand car dealer who put it on public view, supposedly in support of a campaign for road safety. He charged viewers 25 cents each to look at it. After that, car designer George Barris next bought the car and planned to sell it for parts. When the car was delivered to his yard, it rolled off the back of the truck and broke a mechanic's legs.
Oh my God, this car is deadly.
Mr. James Dean's like, if I can't have this car, none of y'all can have this car.
Yeah.
That's my car. Comes home with me. So then, Troy McHenry, a Beverly Hills doctor, bought the Dean engine and used it to replace the engine in his Porsche. The doctor was killed in a crash the first time he took the car out.
Holy shit, that's one thing I probably wouldn't take. Like a door, it's like, meh. But your engine?
Yeah. I'm surprised the engine survived, honestly. It was probably maybe rebuilt. Who knows?
Maybe he's like the parts for it.
Yeah. So, another unnamed doctor bought the Dean transmission. He, too, was later seriously injured in a car crash.
Jesus.
I don't know if that was it with the transmission in there or if it just kind of, like, lingered. I would assume that it was with the transmission in there.
Probably, yeah.
An unnamed New Yorker bought 2 of the Dean tires. His car crashed when both tires mysteriously blew out at the same time.
Okay, first of all, as we're getting through this, if I got something like that, I'm going to put it in my garage as like a statement piece. Why are they putting it on their car?
It was an accident. Obviously, these could actually have faulty issues.
Like, what the heck, man? It's like, why would you just put those tires displayed somewhere?
I know.
Do not put them on your car. Don't put the engine in.
Nope. So weird. The shell of the Dean car was being transported to a road safety exhibition in Salinas. When the truck skidded and crashed, the driver was killed.
Oh my God, so even just being in a fucking vehicle.
Towing it. Yeah. Stolen from the scene of that fatal accident was the shell of James Dean's car, and it was never recovered. But there's other versions of the disappearance of the shell, which is weird.
Okay.
It was reported in a Los Angeles Times article on October 30th, 1989. George Barris, the guy who sold the car for parts, was quoted as saying the last time he saw the shell was when he exhibited it in Florida in 1958.
Oh,
the car was loaded on the truck, and afterwards, but 8 days later when the truck arrived at its destination, the car was not on there. But there was no mention of an accident. So,
weird.
Who knows what happened to the shell?
Yeah, but it's gone.
Yep. This is one I didn't really know about, and it's the Little Rascals.
Huh, okay. I do believe, while we're on James Dean, I do believe Zach Bagans is getting something James Dean.
I was wondering.
For his haunted museum. I can't remember. I didn't read the article. Sorry, guys. But, yeah.
Yeah, I was wondering. That's pretty neat. Of course he is.
I mean, of course.
It doesn't sound like there's any parts left.
No.
Everybody.
Exactly. You know? I will Google it while you're going, and I'll see if I can find, because it is neat, like what.
Yeah.
Because you can go there, and you can see that stuff, and it's.
Yep. It's amazing. So, The Little Rascals. Many people think the Little Rascals movie
was the best movie ever. I love the Little Rascals movie.
Many think it was cursed because of the coincidental fact that many of the cast members died fairly young, and one of them, Robert Blake, aka Mickey Gubitosi, was tried for murder.
Oh.
I didn't look up why, because this is not a murder episode. It's not true crime. This is haunted. So I didn't go into it.
You know, some.
Yep. So 1, Alfalfa, who was played by Carl Schweitzer. He was shot to death at age 31. I didn't know that.
Oh, dang. No, I didn't know this movie had any.
I didn't know that either. Chubby, 300-pound Norman Chaney died at age 22 following an operation.
Aww.
Buckwheat, William Thomas, died at age 49 of a heart attack.
Aww.
Darla Hood, of course, the R Gang leading lady, contracted hepatitis and died at 57. 47, sorry.
I do think I knew about Darla.
Not 50, 47.
I don't think I knew about anybody else, though, damn.
Brisbane, who was played by Kendall McCormick, known as Breezy Brisbane, did commit suicide at age 64. Froggy, William Robert, who was played by William Robert Laughlin, was killed in a motor scooter accident at age 16.
Oh, my.
Mickey Daniels, he died of liver disease at 55. Stymie, who was played by Matthew Baer, he led a life of crime and drugs, and he died of a stroke at 56. Scotty Beckett, he died at the age of 38 following a brutal beating. Weezer, who was played by Robert Hutchins, was killed in an airplane accident at age 19. And Pete the pup was poisoned by an unknown assailant.
Oh my god, don't poison.
I know. So literally almost all the cast, it seems, is gone. All the main characters, it seems like.
Nuts.
Yeah. Although they don't say, like, why it would have been cursed, but, you know, you just never know.
You never know.
Yeah. So the next one is The Crow. And that's featuring Brandon Lee, who is the son of Bruce Lee. Yeah. He died on set while filming The Crow. Mm-hmm. So a bullet fragment was left in the prop gun when it was supposed to be empty. And when Lee was shot in the stomach in the film, he was actually truly shot. And it killed him.
You had one job.
One job.
One fucking job.
A bullet fragment. Well, how is there a fucking fragment?
Well, why can't you just make a realistic gun that is not able to, like, fire like that? We can make noises in post.
I know. So, one of the spookiest aspects of The Crow's curse is the fact that Lee's father, Bruce Lee, had his last film role in a movie called Game of Death, which featured Bruce as an actor who dies when fake bullets are replaced with real ones.
Oh.
Fucking weird. Sometimes now that makes me think, was it an accident? With the fact that Bruce Lee obviously died before the son was in this film.
Yeah, so
so somebody was like, maybe how ironic would it be if this is...
Oh, this movie will make fucking a ton of money.
Yeah.
It's gonna, you know...
If he dies the same way his dad did in the movie before.
Yeah, exactly.
Uh-huh.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
That's fucked.
So, naturally, another one of the movies is The Omen.
I mean...
It's kind of...
It's got an omen.
Good Lord. You are asking for it. Guys, I do not feel well today. I'm sorry. During filming, star Gregory Peck and screenwriter Dave Seltzer, they flew on 2 separate planes, and they were both struck by lightning.
Oh, damn.
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
And the producer, Mace Newfield, was also on board a plane that just barely missed being struck by lightning.
Okay.
A 4th plane, which was used to get aerial footage, ended up crashing while being rented out to another client, and it killed everybody on board.
Plane crashes happen to, like, weirdly a lot.
I know.
They still kind of do. I mean, like, those private planes, Buddy Holly.
Yeah. A lot of them went that way.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, that was a helicopter.
It was, but still, yeah.
So, I guess the IRA bombed the director's hotel.
Jesus, why?
I don't know. Like, while he was in the hotel, the IRA bombed it. What is the IRA anyway? I have no idea.
I don't know.
International Revenue fucking Association?
Well, it's RIA.
Yeah, it's IRA. Oh, yeah, duh.
So
no,
it
it's
would be
IRA.
Yeah, I have no idea what that is.
All right.
Yeah, so.
Apparently, after the Omen's zoo scene, a lion mauled one of the animal handlers, which, get a fucking big lion. But in the time, that was in the 60s when it came out, so. Then, during a cemetery shoot in the film, dogs were attacking other animal handlers while they were in the movie. Just seems like the animals were aroused. They were riled by something.
Yeah, because those animals that are working in movies are highly fucking trained.
Oh, yeah.
I'm always like, I want my dog in movies. My dog, fuck that, man. She ain't even, no. She's not going to talk and, hold on command.
Yeah,
Good Lord, no. So if they're, riled up and acting up and not
Something's
safe,
off.
then something is, very wrong.
Off. Gregory Peck's son did commit suicide. I don't know what the proper term.
So I heard something today. Actually, someone said unalive. She's like, I wanted to unalive myself. I don't know if that is the new thing. I haven't looked it up, but I've seen it twice, and I was like, is that like the new thing?
As an English person, I don't like that. It just
unalive myself.
Yeah, that's not proper at all.
Who knows? Who knows? I would just say take his life.
Yeah.
And I'm someone who, that's fine for me in the terminology. And
so it's like, yeah, okay. So on the very first day of filming The Omen, several of the crew members got banged up in a head-on car crash.
They're like, don't make this movie. They're literally saying, do not make this fucking movie.
See.
But they still made it.
Probably the creepiest one, like it's awful,
okay,
that happened was the following year. The special effects director, John Richardson, and his assistant, Liz Moore, she created the Omen's beheading scenes in The Omen.
Okay.
Well, they were driving together, and they were in a car crash, and Liz
was decapitated.
Yes.
I mean, yeah.
She was decapitated. Yeah. On top of that, I am not a superstitious person. I love Friday the 13th. We love Friday the 13th here. That did happen on Friday the 13th.
Oh, okay. I mean, it could add a little bit of a level, but...
I mean, tomorrow's Friday the 13th. Today, actually. Oh, today, when the episode comes out. Happy Friday the 13th,
bitches! Yay! It's another Friday the 13th!
Yeah,
I think we had one, before.
We need to watch freaky movies tomorrow, all day tomorrow. Scary shit.
I'm so packed tomorrow, unfortunately.
We'll talk about it after.
All right.
So, yeah, that was pretty...
It's either
awful.
Plane crashes or car crashes.
And, yeah, apparently decapitation.
I mean, that's what her job was.
Yeah. Another one that's kind of obvious, that is the next one, is The Exorcist.
Of course.
Of course.
I'm pretty desensitized to movies, but that one...
I think it's a lot of the language that's used
That
in
movie gets me, dude. The part where she's, up in the crucifix.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, yeah.
Stabbing herself down there.
Yeah, that changed
or screaming,
me. Yes. That's literally when I was literally like, that changed me. And I won't lie to you, I watched The Exorcist as an adult.
Yeah, I did too. I wasn't allowed to watch that.
No, I wasn't either. And my siblings weren't watching it. So.
That was one of the movies that terrified our parents.
Yeah, it was the first, they were running out of the theater. It was and I can see it. I'm like, whoa, dude.
Yeah. So, apparently, the mom and the girl who played Reagan both suffered back injuries during the film, which...
Well, Reagan, I mean, she was bending all over the motherfucker.
I know, I'm like, she was kind of freaking out a little bit. You know?
She was kind of freaking out a little bit. That just makes me laugh.
I know.
I mean, she was possessed.
She was a little bit possessed. But, I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened for the mom to have back.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. But the biggest weird thing is that the set of the movie actually burned down.
Oh, I don't think I knew that.
There was only one part of the set that was not touched.
What was that?
Reagan's bedroom.
Oh, shit.
Where she was possessed the whole time.
Yeah, I mean,
that's bad fucking energy.
The home of the devil right there. Yeah. I mean, holy fuck.
It was literally not touched by the flames at all.
That's weird.
I don't know the vidility, I was going to say.
Vidalia?
The Viagra?
Yeah, right.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so that was pretty interesting. I don't know the validity, but, you know.
I mean,
if it's on the list.
You're playing with fire, with the Omen, and with, you know,
Exorcist,
the fucking Exorcist. Is fucking Rosemary's Baby on here?
I could have put it on there. I did not put it on there, though. But yes, because
that movie, too, they're all in the same kind of...
Yeah. So the next one I have for you is called Atuk. And it's the name of a screenplay. It was about an Inuit soldier from Alaska.
Okay.
He's the main character. He's trying to cope with, like, apparently he gets transplanted to New York City. Don't know why.
Oh, fucking Alaska to fucking New York City?
Well, not only that, but a native, you know, an Inuit.
Well, yeah, but even just, you know, good Lord.
Yeah, awful.
Even me.
I hate New York City. No offense to New York City.
Move me to New York City, and I live in New York, guys.
I know.
I'd be like, what's happening?
Too much.
I'd have to have someone with me.
So, there were multiple actors that tried to take on the role of Atuk.
Okay.
Just died. Made it. Yeah. And you're going to recognize a lot of these. So we've got John Belushi.
Oh, shit. Okay.
He was up for the part when he overdosed in 1982.
Yeah.
Years later, like, I don't know, 5 or 6 years later, Sam Kinison, who was a comedian, I believe. Okay. All these people were comedians.
So this was like a comedic role?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay,
because,
okay. I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I was going to say, we're going to say Chris Farley.
Yes.
Okay, I was going to say, because him and
even
like,
John
Belushi
Candy.
And, yeah.
So, Kinison actually began shooting the movie before he, like, stormed off set and he decided to shut down production. Don't know why.
Oh. He
then died in a car accident in 1992. I think that should be 1982.
Well, no. Well, maybe.
Well, no, because I guess what it looks like to me, because then the timeline keeps going in the 90s, is that when Belushi overdosed in 82, it might have taken a while to...
They might have stopped the movie for a little while and been like, okay, let's kind of retreat from this. It's fine. And then just, you know, not try it.
Yeah. So as I just mentioned, John Candy is also in this film.
Oh, John Candy.
Yep. It was in 1993 when he was, like, invited to try out the script, do a reading for him. Mm-hmm. Within a year, he succumbed to his ongoing health problems.
Yeah.
So literally every person who's tried to take on Atuk is dying.
Take on Atuk.
Take on Atuk. Of course, Chris Farley.
Yeah.
Agreed to, you know, try out Atuk.
Maybe don't. Like, maybe don't.
Just don't.
Do you not know? Are they keeping it super fucking hush-hush? I mean...
I agree. He, of course, OD'd in 1997, as lots of us know, unfortunately. Rest in peace, all these guys, because they were incredible comedians.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And adding more fuel to this weird-ass fire, Phil Hartman was supposed to co-star with Farley, but before that, his wife murdered him.
Yeah, I remember.
In 1998.
Yeah, I remember that murder.
So...
Yeah, that shit was nuts, dude.
Yeah.
He was a funny dude, too. They were all funny.
I know. Oh, I skipped one. I get to go back up and tell you it.
Yay, okay.
The Passion of the Christ.
Well, I was gonna bring that up because you got into the, I'm not even gonna get into it. Because I was like, is she gonna cover this? I'm gonna say it at the end if she doesn't cover it. Because,
a couple people on set, one being one of the actors and one being like an assistant, they both got struck by lightning 5 minutes apart from each other.
The guy who played Jesus Christ.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. He did. And apparently, like, people looked over and just saw, like, flames coming from, like, either side of his head.
Yeah, I think he was on the cross. I think it was, like, while they were doing that. So it's like, I mean...
Well, he's on the cross and he's like, shit, I'm going to get hit. That's what he's saying.
It's probably the tallest thing around. It's wooden. Like, you're probably going to get struck by lightning if there's a rainstorm.
It's the only thing around. Like,
yeah.
And so then the assistant comes over to him and literally got struck by lightning.
Oh my god.
Crazy.
Yeah, and they say lightning doesn't usually strike twice in the same fucking place.
Well, it wasn't the same place, technically.
Technically, no, but it was very fucking close.
Right. So the last one that I have is the Conqueror. And it's not really anything mysterious or a curse. It's actually downfall of the government, of course, and this shit. So this was a film in 1956 with John Wayne.
Okay, that's why I haven't seen it.
Mm-hmm. A cowboy film.
My
papa loved
my dad
cowboys.
loved them too, but I just couldn't. I was like, no, I'll come out and watch a different night. There's a different movie.
Yeah. I don't know if Wayne was Papa's favorite, but he just loved the cowboy films. Just loved cowboy stuff.
It's instilled in boys back then. You know, my dad grew up with it, and he loved his westerns.
Yep, the westerns.
Like, nope.
So this film was literally filmed near a nuclear test site in Georgia.
I saw an article about this, and I was like, whoa, okay.
The government told them, it's safe.
Yeah.
Go ahead and film here.
Uh-huh.
Go ahead.
Uh-huh.
So apparently, 7 years after the film finished, the director, Dick Powell, ended up dying of cancer.
Mm-hmm.
Pedro Armendariz. Oh, man. Armendariz. Sorry, I don't really know how to pronounce that one. He was diagnosed with kidney cancer, and he later committed suicide. I'm sorry, I couldn't remember what you said. Took his life. He later took his life. John Wayne, Susan Howard, John Hoyt, and Agnes Moorehead also died of cancer.
Cancer, man. Yep.
In 1980, it was People magazine that revealed that out of the cast, 220 cast members, right? 91 people contracted cancer.
Damn.
And
fucking radiated. They were just radiated.
Families sued, but of course, the evidence remained unconclusive.
Are you joking?
Obviously. What's the connection between all those people?
Yeah, no, there's definitely, even like with Agent Orange.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know, like they're starting to, they kind of, you know, people are getting settlements for that shit now. So this should fucking be the same.
Nope.
Just own up.
Yep.
Oh, we didn't know. We didn't test.
We lied.
We fucked up.
We told you could, but you shouldn't have.
Just fucking own up.
Yep.
Assholes.
Never.
Nope.
That is all I've got for you today.
Yeah, that covers it, man.
I mean, there was a good list put together there.
Yeah. You could probably easily do 2.
I know.
Because I'm sure
there's more.
Oh,
there are. Yeah, like
especially
I said, I could have put in Rosemary's Baby. It's just that a lot of it didn't seem like, I don't know, it was too far.
It was too circumstantial.
Yeah, it was a little too far off, and I was like, oh, these are interesting and cool, but I picked the ones that were like weird. It's just like, why? Like, I know that people get sick when they get older. I know people have problems, but just the coincidence of like literally the Little Rascals, their entire cast pretty much is like
That's so weird. That's so weird.
And some of them getting murdered and like, and not even out of like a really large cast.
No, I mean it felt like there were a lot of kids, but yeah. It's just
there were a ton of extras.
Yeah, and some were like 19, 20. You know, they're so young. Just dying.
I know. It's just messed up.
Guys, don't be actors.
I don't know if you know this, but I believe, I can't remember if it's Goyle or his buddy there from Harry Potter. One of them got stabbed to death at a bar years ago. I don't think he's alive anymore.
Oh, okay. I didn't know about that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Look that up. Yeah, it's messed up.
Damn. No, I believe it. I believe it all day.
So.
All the movies are just... Oh, while we're on this real quick. So, yeah, Zach Bagans apparently bought the transaxle from James Dean's car, which it will go into. And this is reviewjournal.com. And it is an article called Zach Bagans Salvages a Piece of James Dean's Cursed Car.
Neat.
So, yeah, that should be on display sometime, hopefully soon, at the museum. I mean, you can see some like fucking Charles Manson's ashes and shit.
If you're going to Vegas, check it out, because I want to go so bad.
Dude, I want to go so bad. So bad. Just to know, like, you're walking up in there.
I know. All sorts of shit haunted. From... I know.
It's all fucking... Natalie Wood shit is in there, like, from her murder. So, yeah, it'd be...
It'd be our dream museum to visit.
Place. Yeah.
You got true crime.
It's a literal haunted museum.
You gotta mix both together. Shabam.
Oh my god, yeah. If we ever got to go and like, I don't know if you're allowed to film in there. I would like, I'd reach out to Zach and be like, hey, buddy, can we film? You know, we just want to put it on our YouTube channel. It could give you some more, you know, tourism. I'm sure you're not hurting.
He's gonna be like, I don't need your tourism. I don't need your help.
You never know.
I don't need your help.
You never know. He might be like, all right, yeah, sure, put it on. Because I mean, we're not.
That would be nice.
We would just be filming like a vlog type thing that we could put on our YouTube channel of our day at the Haunted Museum.
I know, you would think you would want that.
Hey, you never know. You never know. They might allow videoing and cameras and stuff, but then again, if I set stuff off, who knows?
Yeah, I was gonna say. I don't think that some of them don't some of those dolls not like it when you take pictures of them and stuff like that.
And there probably are signs like don't use photography in this area, you know. But then again, you gotta think that sometimes you need to give them the energy to fucking
do something,
pop off. So it's like,
I don't think Zach wants them to pop off. He just wants to
right. He's got video cameras and he's got lights and they got all the energy they need.
I know, right?
And then people are coming in there, so their own energy. It's like, Jesus.
Who knows what kind of people.
All right. Well, yeah.
Yes. Yep. As always, thanks a million for listening. Make sure to subscribe to the MTM channel on YouTube. Hit the bell and the subscribe button so you're in the loop when new content drops. Make sure you check out the blog for pictures, which I don't really know which pictures you're going to see on there. Maybe James Dean's car. I don't really know. You guys can see movie posters.
Well, you know what I would do for Poltergeist?
That's true about the Hollywood stuff, though. I forgot about that.
But you could even do stills from the movies.
Yeah.
So, like, that scene where she's literally swimming in the skeletons and she's, like, popped up and there's just skeletons all around her. That would be a great one. You know? So, yeah, just...
If I can find good ones that aren't...
We'll figure it out, peeps.
Copyrighted as shit.
Yeah, I know.
Which we do give everybody credit when they are.
Of course. Yeah. Tag, sourced, all of it.
All of it. All of it. We went to high school in recent years, so we learned how to source our shit.
You had to.
Uh-huh. So, like I said, you can check that out at www.morethanmurderpod.com. You can follow us on all the socials. Facebook at
More Than Murder.
Twitter at
_murder.
And Insta at
More Than Murder Pod.
And if you have any stories you particularly want to hear, maybe you've been to Zach Bigen's place, maybe you already know that he's got his thing on display, the James Dean thing. Maybe you've already seen the James Dean car when it was on display. Who knows?
Or just anything. Just anything.
Or you just want to say hi. Email us at the Gmail at morethanmurderpod@gmail.com. And I think that's it. We'll see y'all next week.
Bye.
Bye.